Hey parents, believe it or not, we are in August, which means back to school season is just around the corner. Maybe you're like us and you've still got vacation plans and you don't want to remotely think about that. I get it. But let's start to think about how do we prepare for an awesome school year? Because it does take some preparation. It takes some work, not just buying the backpacks and the new lunch boxes and all the things that you'll have on your list. It takes some work to prepare our kids to be at the best state mentally, emotionally, physically. Their health is at the best state so they can achieve what you want them to achieve with school. So we're going to walk through 4 pillars of how that is accomplished. And I'm almost positive you've heard of 3 of them, but that 4th one is really the key that connects all of the rest. So this is something you want to tune into, you want to hold on to, and you want to make sure you get in the right order. So number 1 of those 4 pillars is sleep. Sleep is huge, right? You know this if you've ever existed as a human, because if you don't get enough sleep, you're cranky, you're mad, you don't feel good, you're not able to perform athletically like you want to, you don't have the energy that you want to, nothing is good. This is even more true of our kids, right? You can tell whether it's a toddler or a middle school or a high schooler you got, sleep matters. So we need to make sure we're getting to bed. Start to ease into that school year bedtime routine over the next few weeks. We got to be getting enough sleep, and we got to be making sure that's quality sleep. So our kids that are maybe in middle school, high school, they've got a phone. Let's not be on their phones late into the evening. Let's not have our phones in our room at all, ideally. And you can model that too, mom and dad. Leave it somewhere else. So sleep is step 1 here. Number 2 on these 4 pillars is movement. Exercise, play, whatever you want to call it, just activity makes such a difference. We got to move. This used to be way easier for kids, right? It used to be, at least if you're sort of my age or older, growing up is just go outside and ride your bike or go to the playground or do something, and it was going to be active because you're moving your body. Now, I will definitely admit I had my fair share of, I think the PlayStation, maybe the early Nintendos were going on. Like I would park there if I could, but the more my parents got me moving, the better. So be that for your kids, right? Let's not spend all day on our tablets or our iPads or our phones. We got to move. We got to be active. And even better, it's got to be outside, because then we have the benefits of the sunshine and all of the fresh air. So we're going to sleep. We're going to move. We're going to get exercise and play in. Nutrition. Number 3 is we got to eat clean, healthy food. Now, this is not something we have to be perfect on. This is definitely an area the 80-20 principle applies. If 80% of the time we're crushing it, 20% of the time it could be better, we're gonna live with that. But let's make sure that 20% of the time we're not doing the worst thing possible, right? There's never a time that artificial sweeteners or red dye 40s and artificial colors or trans fat or things like that should ever hit our diet. But maybe the occasional, like we got our organic lollipops, right? Those are a treat, but they're a less nutritionally offensive treat. Those things can exist in your diet. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it needs to be the majority of the time we're eating and fueling our bodies well, because if we don't, you're gonna pay the price, and it's gonna make a huge difference in the kids' ability to focus, the kids' ability to regulate their emotions and everything that they need to do to be successful. So that's our 3. Like I said, you probably heard of 3 of these. But number 4 is the one that integrates all of those and takes all the work that you're already doing and makes it more effective. That is, you have to have an adaptable nervous system. A properly functioning central nervous system is at the root of all of these things. Let me explain. Let's use the nutrition one, for example. Maybe you've heard that phrase of you are what you eat. It would really be more accurate to say you are what you absorb. The food that makes it into your body is only the stuff that can help or hurt. So if we're not processing and absorbing all of the nutrients that you put in, or all of the supplements or all of the extra things, they're not gonna be able to help. So when your nervous system is stuck in stress, when it's stuck in a state of dysautonomia, which means that autonomic system isn't functioning right, our digestion, our immune system, our focus, our sleep, our energy, all that stuff goes haywire, because you perceive the world as if it is a survival mode, as if it is a caveman that's just in a war zone. So the more we chill out that nervous system piece, the better all of these things will be. So if you're already doing that well, if you feel like you're sleeping, you feel like you got the nutrition and the movement and all of these things well, but you're still stuck, maybe that's it. Maybe you need to see what's going on with the kids' scans. How is their nervous system functioning? And is that something that we need to address to get to the bottom of it? At the end of August here, we're gonna be helping support and promote a Perfect Storm webinar where we dig into that so much more. Go to the link in the bio if you wanna learn more about that. Or don't wait until then, reach out, give us a call, and let's talk more about getting your kids scanned, chatting what's going on, and seeing if that's something that they need some help with too. Get ready for a school year, it's coming, and we'll see you guys soon.